Hello, this is Swen here from StarCraft Pulse and Tales of Lumin, and today we're going to have a look at archaeology. It's the new profession that was added in the latest beta build for Cataclysm. So, yeah, if you have a look at your profession screen here, you can see archaeology is there along with fishing, cooking and first aid. And yeah, the two skills, there's one usable skill here. Survey for archaeology fragments within a dig site. Each survey will direct you closer to the location of the fragments. So let's just have a look at the dig sites quickly, because that's one of the things that we didn't really hear too much about, but there was a blue post recently explaining it all. So as you can see here, there are a couple of dig sites. There's usually 4 per continent. There's 4 on the Eastern Kingdoms there. There should be 4 in Kalimdor as well. There's 1, 2, 3, and there's the 4th one at the bottom. There'll be 4 in Northrend and 4 in Outland as well. So those will not just disappear. They don't respawn. They don't change or anything like that. The only way they'll disappear is if you mine them out. So if you bleed them dry, basically. I think that's a pretty good way of doing it, and apparently that's different for each character. So no, you're not going to have overlapping. You're going to have a daily dig site which is going to be totally crowded, not to mention a Cataclysm launch with all the new characters and all the people leveling those new professions. So it's a good way of doing it by Blizzard. And so as I showed you that first skill there, the second one is obviously just your main archaeology screen here. It's divided into different races. At the moment I've only got Night Elf unlocked. The others I assume will unlock as you level your skill. So it works in a weird system, a bit different. I guess these are some placeholder icons at the moment, but what happens is you pick up these fragments from your surveys, and you need to collect 30 of them, and then you can combine them to create a completed artifact. So I think on the lower levels you're going to be finding pretty silly stuff, grey items, vendor trash basically, and as you get higher you'll be picking up some really nice stuff. As far as I know, there's a nice epic mount that you can get from very high level archaeology. So we're going to have a look here. I'm at the Ajara dig site at the moment. I chose this one because I think it's a low level and I think it'll probably just be easier to do. And we're just going to have a look quickly at how this actually works. I've got survey down here on my bars, and I'm going to place it down right here. And let's just have a look at how it looks. Okay, my camera is slightly bugged. There you go. So it spawns this little survey machine. And it's got a little light here. As you can see, the light is red at the moment and was pointing in that direction. I'm going to put it down again, just so everyone can have a look. Okay, so red light this way. So red means it's pretty far away, but it did give us the general direction, so we know where we're heading. Okay, so we're still pointing in this direction and it's still red. So I'm not sure exactly how many yards or paces or what kind of distance we're looking at there, but it seems like red is pretty much a large distance. It's a long way away. I'm going to keep doing it though, over and over till it changes. There's 3 different levels. You'll have red, and then when you get slightly closer it'll turn to yellow, and when you get right next to the artifact then you'll have a green light. So still red. I'm not sure if the skill is the whole archaeology profession is 100% working, because this thing seems to be just sending me around on a wild goose chase at the moment, but I guess it'll be slightly more accurate when your skill is higher. So I'm going to stop talking for a second here so I can just try and find out where these fragments are hidden, and let's just see if I can get them. Oh my goodness, so we've got a yellow light. There you go, that's how the yellow light looks. Pretty much the same as the red one, just it's yellow. I gotta say, I love the foliage that they added here. Wow, these areas look so vibrant and colorful. So yellow light, that means we're getting slightly closer. I'm going to put on another one right here next to this big Spitelash Battlemaster. I hope he doesn't mind. Okay, green light, bingo. We must be very close now. Let's hope we can find it here. Still green light, and that's... wow, how's that even balancing there? Okay, so it must be around here somewhere. It's pointing right here in this direction. Still green.
That's still recharging.
And still recharging. The skill has a 4-second cooldown on it. Oh! There we go. Night Elf Archaeology Find. So as you can see at the bottom here, it's at the moment it's dark orange or red. That means my skill is obviously pretty low. And I'm opening it here and I'm finding 4 fragments. So when I pick those up, That's going to add it to my little archaeology menu here. My skill is now on 5 and I've got 8 out of 30 fragments. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop recording and I'm going to go level my archaeology. As boring as that may be, I actually would like to upload a sort of complete video. So I'm going to try get a few of these pods completed. I'm going to try to discover a couple of what do you want to call, I don't even know what you call them. I'm going to try solve a couple of these little riddles that we've got here and try get a few completed artifacts so I can sort of get back to you guys and show you what I've found. So I'm going to stick around in Najara for a little while and try level the skill, and then I'll just start recording a little bit later. Okay, I'm back again, and I've been leveling my archaeology skill quite successfully, I must add. I'm now at around 135 skill, and I decided to do another... Whoa, there's a dog picking up a fox. That doesn't look good. Wow, this is some cool new models they've got there. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit distracted here. It really does look cool, if slightly disturbing. Anyway, I'm gonna just carry on here now. As I said, 135 skill. I have completed a couple of artifacts, and if you have a look here, instead of just having Night Elf, I've got fossils, trolls, and dwarf unlocked now. And my completed artifact list is looking pretty full, but pretty full of nothing. Common artifacts, I've only picked up pretty much, yeah, vendor trash, as I thought it would be. Wow, my bags are a mess here. Yeah, you can have a look here. Stone griffin, inlaid ivory comb, all these grey items you can pretty much rather just vendor. They're not going to do anything for you. But a few interesting discoveries. One thing that I did find was I've got this fossilized hatchling that I can actually make now from the fossil sub-menu here, which is pretty cool, and I think that's one of the reasons a lot of people are going to get into archaeology for this little pet here. I'm working my way towards it, not really there yet, but you know, I'll get there soon enough. So I've figured out a few new ways of doing this, or at least a way to do it slightly more that's less time consuming. I'm going to put down my first little thing here. So again, we've got the red light, but I've figured out that you can pretty much mount. I've got a flying mount here. I've got that Azerothian navigation skill. I can fly here. You can, if it's red, it's quite a long distance. So I'm going to skip that little bit in between and just jump all the way to the other side of the field here, and then have a look. So see there, that's now straight to yellow. That is much more effective than the way I was doing it before. You could just call me a master of archaeology already. That's impressive stuff. Okay, still yellow. We're gonna follow it around and just find a couple more of these. This is a fossil field, so a couple more fossils. Green light.
I can't cast that yet.
Okay, and I'm gonna just talk now about another thing that I found here. There's our fossil. So fossil archaeology find. That's grey. I realized that your skill doesn't level after, I think it's about 100. When you get to about 100 skill, it doesn't level from actually picking these up anymore. So after 100, you're actually going to have to solve these little finds to be able to level your skill. So this is an incredibly time-consuming skill. There's no two ways about it. That's what happens. You're going to spend a lot of time doing archaeology. So I was going to say that I was going to talk about a few things here. When you do these surveys, you're going to find these little items that aren't grey. Highborne scroll, orc blood text, troll tablet, you know, random items that can actually be used to speed up the leveling of your skill. It really does help quite a bit, and I'm going to show you in just a couple of seconds how to actually use that. How lucky was that? Back to green immediately. As I mentioned before, the green one is always pretty close. It doesn't take long to find that at all. But those extra little items that you find, I'm not sure if you can find them on the fossil fields, but they do speed up the leveling of the skill, and I recommend using them whenever you can. I'm just going to let this... there we go. Okay, I found it. I'm just going to try empty out this fossil field quickly, which I have just done. And then I'm going to show you the world map. This one will have just disappeared, and a new one will have appeared. So as I mentioned before, 4 of them per continent at any time. So there's a few of them there. Interesting stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it looks when we actually solve one of these little finds. Not near enough for those 85 that it required there, But I've got enough troll fragments, so if we look here, 31 out of 35, but here's the incredibly interesting part. I can use one of these troll tablets that I've got. I've got 4 of them at the moment. I can shove it in this little, I don't know what they call this slot here, but I can put it in here, and then it adds 6 runestones to this, and then I can just solve that right off the bat. So that makes it a lot easier. I hope my skill actually levels from this, because there we go, 5 skill points, nice. And wow, the next item, another common item, but luckily enough I can throw another troll tablet in there. I've got a couple of them lying around here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, there goes that dog again. That's vicious. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say about archaeology. It's incredibly fun so far. It gives, I think Blizzard probably put this in here, so it gives people a reason to have a look at the old world again. You know, you can have a look around all these new areas. Look at this place. It looks a lot different than the Plaguelands used to look. They've actually got a little farm going here and everything, but okay, that's beside the point. I shouldn't be talking about that in an archaeology video. But it gives a good reason for everyone to have a look around the old world and spread those wings a bit with that new old world flying. Otherwise, I'm gonna at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you what small examples of what all the artifacts look like, examples of the maps I've actually put together in the guide over at miton.co.za, and just a little bit more general information. So you guys you'll pretty much have everything you want from archaeology in either this video or that guide. So enjoy it, and I hope you guys have a lot better luck than me with finding these completed artifacts, because I have a lot of common stuff here, and yeah, nothing interesting just yet. But I'm gonna carry on leveling this, and I will no doubt be updating that guide as often as I can. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back soon with more.